Welcome viewers to Diabetes Hope channel, the channel where we educate you, motivate you, and encourage you to control your diabetes and probably reverse it. This is the place where you find hope. I am your co-host, Nyambura Malenge, and our host is
Wanjiko Dongo.
Welcome, Wanjiko Dongo.
Thank you, Sarah. It's nice to see you yet again.
Thank you.
Yes.
So how have you been?
My days have been good. Just been trying to enjoy my life.
Good.
Yes.
Your mom is completely okay now?
Absolutely. I am a happy girl.
And her sugars are within the normal ranges?
That you can be sure. So now, Sarah, how have you been also?
I've been good. Yes. I thank God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you remember the song that I taught you the other time?
This song, it's been in my mind. I've been singing it in the shower.
Maybe we can remind our viewers what the song was all about. Maybe some of them have not even heard about it. The song is about diabetics taking control of their sugars, and this is a choice that we make.
True.
And there is power when we do the right things.
Yes.
There is power, wonder working power in eating low carbs. There is power, wonder working power when diabetics eat low carbs. Hey!
Yes!
Who you are remembering?
Yes, I've been singing it in the shower.
Congrats!
Thank you.
Maybe our viewers can hear it another time so that they also learn to sing it in the shower.
Okay. There is
Power, wonder working power in eating low carbs. There is power, wonder working power when diabetics eat low carbs.
Good. So, Mwalimu, what do you have for us today? I can see a few things.
You can be sure diabetics have to eat raw carbs.
Okay.
But you see, for bachelors, they don't have all the time to make the juices, so they say.
Yes, true.
And therefore, I had to think about them.
Okay.
And think what is the easiest breakfast they can make,
okay,
where they will only use 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay.
And breakfast is done, and the breakfast will be low carb. It will not raise their sugars.
Okay.
Yes, so this meal, we call it Bachelor's Breakfast in a Minute.
Oh, really? So what
Yes.
are the ingredients that we have?
Okay, we have a number of things that we are going to use today.
Okay.
Our oil is going to be butter as usual.
Okay.
Salt, unless you do not eat salt, you are going to use salt.
Okay.
You are going to use black pepper. We are going to use Dhania, lovely Dhanias. These ones are usually very nice. They bring a lot of very nice flavors.
Okay.
We are going to use Gorgets. We are going to use 4 eggs. Remember, we are cooking for a bachelor and he has to get food.
Yes, sure.
And then we are going to use 2 onions and we are going to use a garlic. We are going to use 3 cloves of garlic.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So I'll leave you to explain to the viewers the importance and how they work.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're welcome.
Dear viewers, our main ingredient is going to be the Gorgets. Gorgets are very important for diabetics because 1, they are very rich in nutrients. At the same time, Gorgets are very low carb, meaning that when you eat a lot of these Gorgets, your sugars do not go high. Gorgets are very high in antioxidants, and these ones are important in cleansing the system and ensuring that you lose a lot of weight, which you may need to. They are very rich in nutrients. So Gorgets is something to have in your kitchen each and every day. The other important ingredients we are going to use are the eggs. You can use as many eggs as you want. I have assumed that 4 eggs can feed a bachelor, but maybe I could be wrong. So if you want more, if you want less, that is up to you. We prefer eggs because they have very high proteins, and when you eat proteins in the morning, it makes you feel energetic the whole day. They also are rich in fat. In fact, we also use them for energy, and they are going to help us. At the same time, eggs are also rich in minerals. They have selenium, they have zinc, They have iron and they have copper. So incorporating eggs into your diet is easy because they are almost zero carbs. We are also going to use something else, and this is the garlic. Garlic is a herb, and every time diabetics eat and cook, it is very, very important to add the garlic because one, it is an antioxidant. It is going to help you in supporting the immune system. I believe in these days of COVID, we all do understand why maintaining a strong immune system is very, very important. At the same time, garlics are anti-inflammatory, meaning that they reduce the inflammation in the body. But most of the people, when they cannot remember all that, there is one thing they remember, that garlics are very flavorful. They give flavor to the food, and you are able to enjoy the food because of the presence of garlic. The other item we are going to use are the onions. And as we said in the earlier episode, onions have flavor, they have minerals, they have vitamins. I think every kitchen has onions, and we always use onions when we are cooking. We are also going to use black pepper. We say that black pepper is a herb, and it is very, very important because it increases not only the flavor of the food, but it is also very high in antioxidants, it is anti-inflammatory, and it also helps us in blood sugar controls. Finally, we have Dhania. Dhania is a herb, it is a green herb. And Dhanias are very good because they are very, very high in antioxidants. Dhanias are also very good as anti-inflammatories. We know that a lot of diabetics, sometimes they get into problems with their kidneys, and to be able to cleanse the kidneys, we need the Dhania. But that time we need to use them in their raw form. But for this purpose, we are cooking the Dhanias, but they are still going to have very, very important benefits. Finally, we are going to use butter when we are cooking. We always prefer to use butter because it has a lot of flavor, and at the same time, it is a good fat. And when we add a lot of it, we are able to go for a long period of time without feeling very hungry.
Thank you very much, Mwalimu, for that explanation. So after that, what are we going to do?
It's important for us to be able to clean these items.
Okay.
And as we said, viewers, in the last episode, you clean the items very well. You rinse them with white vinegar.
Yes.
And then after that, you cut them, and they will be ready for us to cook.
Okay. Thank you. See you shortly. Dear viewers, we are back with everything prepared, and Mwalimu will tell us the next step.
So we have a pan and we have butter. So Sarah will light the fire. And we are going to cook the butter until it's all melted.
Okay.
Once it's melted, we are going to add the onions.
Okay.
The onions are going to cook until they are not really brown, but very near brown. Okay. And when we get to that, we are going to add the
garlic.
We are going to add the garlic, and we are going to add the pepper. Okay. Once they cook a bit, that is when we are going to add the other ingredients. Okay. So we will cook, and then we'll come back to let you know how we add the other ingredients. Okay. In the meantime, we are going to add salt to the gorgets. These are our gorgets. As you can see, they are very well grated. We are going to put a spoon of salt, half a teaspoon. We are going to use half a teaspoon of salt. Okay. And then we are going to mix the salt with the gorgets. Okay. The reason we want to do this is because we want the gorgets to get the salt.
Okay.
And then gorgets have a lot of water. So what is going to happen is that they are going to produce a lot of water.
Okay.
And we don't want to put that water in the egg. It's going to be very watery. So we shall need to remove the water.
Okay.
Yes.
So, Mwalimu, is it time to put the onions?
Yes, it's time to put the onions and we lower the fire a bit.
Okay.
Dear viewers, as a rule, we always like to cook with raw fire because we do not want to destroy the nutrients of the food with very high fires.
Okay.
Yes.
Butter makes the food smell very nice. A watched pot never boils.
Dear viewers, our onions are ready. We are now going to add the garlic and the pepper. Now, putting pepper is optional, but for men, it is highly advisable. A lot of diabetics have issues, especially for the married men. When they finally get to bed, it is very difficult for them to dig a nickel of bread. And that makes them very frustrated. And this is simply because their nerves are blocked. Their blood vessels are blocked. And one of the things that does help in unblocking those pathways is the use of very hot peppers.
Oh, really?
So, dear guys, if you have someone to please, you'd rather take your peppers.
Good advice from Mwalimu.
Dear viewers, we are still cooking and we can see our onions, peppers and garlics are well cooked.
Yes.
Actually, you should be here to feel the flavor of this pot, the aromas. Now, I want you to look at our gorgets. If you can see they have a lot of water. And what we need to do is to remove this water before we put it into the pot. So I'm going to show you how we do it. You do it with your clean hands, of course. You just take your gorgets and you squeeze them so that that water comes out. This is because this water is going to make the eggs very watery, and we don't want to do that. We want the eggs to be dry and to cook in a dry environment, not in an environment that has a lot of water. So as you can see, we have a lot of water. We actually have almost 3/4 of a glass of water. Our gorgets are now dry. They are ready to be put into the pot. So as our gorgets cook, we are now going to work on the egg. We had already removed the shells and beaten it up a bit. We are going to add the pepper in the eggs, and we are also going to add some little salt in the egg. How much pepper you put depends on you. I'll put 1/4 of a teaspoon. And I'll put salt to taste. Our meal looks very nice. Maybe you can have a look. We don't want the gorgets to overcook, so it is time to add the dhanias. And dhanias must also not be overcooked. So as soon as Sarah stirs them, we are going to add the egg. Are you ready?
Yes. So you want to pour it on top?
Yes, I want to pour it on top.
So can I flatten?
Yes. Time to add the eggs. Dear viewers, looks like we are now ready.
It looks really nice.
Dear viewers, our breakfast is ready. The Bachelors breakfast in a minute. And it looks really yummy. I wish you were here to feel and to smell the flavors. But as usual, don't you worry. Sarah is here. She is going to taste it for you.
Yes, for sure.
And this time loud, I'll give her a bigger piece because this is her lunch.
And I think you can have it for breakfast, for lunch, for dinner.
Yes, the choice is yours. You can have it for breakfast. You can have it for lunch. Or you can even have it for dinner. And as I told you the other day, an avocado a day takes the doctor away. So even if the recipe didn't have avocado, for me, the avocado has to be there. It's now time for Sarah to taste, and we can look at her and see whether I have done a good job.
Let's see, guys. So, it's nice. It's really yummy.
You like Bachelor's foods?
Yes, I will join the Bachelors in this one. In making this one, I will join you Bachelors. Thank you very much, Mwalimu, for this recipe.
Dear Bachelors, if you are diabetic, you have no excuse of maintaining high sugars. Take this and your sugars are going to be sorted. And for the rest of us that are not bachelors, we shall also join you in the club because the breakfast is very easy to make. It is very yummy.
True.
It is very filling. So you can use it for breakfast, substitute it for your lunch, or even take it for your dinner. And I'm sure you will feel satisfied and happy with your meal. For now, it is goodbye until we meet next time.
Thank you very much, Mwalimu. We thank God for you and all this research you do. It has really nice information. Thank you, viewers, for your continued support. We really appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. I'll enjoy my bachelor's breakfast. And until next time, God bless you. But don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye.